but then I also put more stuff in it to go out last night, and I still haven't washed it. I'm so sick to wash it. It's got a weird texture.
Welcome to the Northern Knits Podcast. We're two friends in fibre who knit, craft, crochet, and talk everything in between. My name is Jocelyn, and my co-host is
Diana.
I currently call Winnipeg, Manitoba home, and Diana calls Waterloo, Ontario home. See, I switched up there. It's episode 235. It's late. It's a Sunday. I'm sorry. Just in advance, I'm sorry.
we're so sorry. This whole thing's going to be a dumpster fire. It's fine.
Universe. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. But that's okay, because I have swag.
The swag arrived.
I'm so excited, you guys. All right. Diana, why don't you let everybody know what we're going to cover this week? And I'm going to sit.
I have a swag shirt too.
Oh my God.
I forgot.
We're so swagged. Okay.
This week we've got What's in Our Cup, Cool Threads, Woolly Workings, Spinning Yarns, Yarn on the Go, Wool Gathering, and Kniterature. It's been so long since we've had Yarn on the Go on a regular basis. I've forgotten what order things actually go in. So I don't know if that's the order that we did it in like a year and a half ago, but that's the order we're doing it in today. Because I decided, and I have the show notes.
It's true. You do have the show notes. So I feel like that's entirely in your department. You can put it wherever you want. You're in charge of those things.
I've got the power. No, okay. That was bad.
Okay. Nope. This is not a good sign. All right. Well, to continue this swag train, I have some decaf McDonald's coffee in my Northern Knits hot beverage conveyance. I got the banner logo put on mine in the Jocelyn size, and boy is it full.
No kidding.
And really hot because I just pulled it out of the microwave. Wow.
This is my old logo mug, but the new one should look identical. I didn't get one of this exact one, but the new one should be the same, more or less. But I have some of the Magic Butterfly tea from Plum Deluxe.
Ooh, that was a fun tea, because that's the one that turns to purple, right? With a little bit of lemon.
Yeah, I didn't add any lemon today. I wasn't feeling it, but yes, it's the fun color changing tea. I was looking for something delicious and comforting. What I actually wanted, I was really hoping that I still had some more of their Reading Nook tea, because it's like nutty and spicy and just like very warm and comforting. But I didn't have any of that left, so I went for the Magic Butterfly because it's almost as comforting. It's very sweet, like very, very sweet. Given that there's no sugar in this, it's very sweet.
I was getting really excited because it's like the last week of September, right? It should be cooler weather. I can pull out the Fireside chai and the Firefly tea that I bought from North Star Tea Company. And you remember their teas. We've had their teas before.
Yes. Oh, yes. They were delicious.
I'm super looking forward to it. Highs of 30 this week, so potentially.
Oh gosh, yeah, I got that late summer happening.
Really?
Gross.
Gross. We've had enough summer this year. I had to be patient.
Yeah, you really got it this year, like all of it.
We all did.
All of it all at once.
We all did. Oh, it was a summer. All right. Well, I don't know where to go from here.
I want to show off this cookie that I have.
Oh yes, the pumpkin pie.
I'm so excited. I got fancy cookies, not specifically for recording. It was just, I'll talk about it later. I was in Toronto today and yesterday. There's some yarn on the go. Anyway, I went to Craig's Cookies today, and I got a bunch of cookies, but this one is their pumpkin pie cookie. So I think it's a chocolate chip cookie that has a tiny pumpkin pie inside. It is slightly flat because it had to commute back to Waterloo from Toronto. We're still in Ontario. There we go. Cross section. It is full of pumpkin pie. I'm so excited. They do the most ridiculous over the top cookies.
Yep.
So I'm happy. I have sugar. I have tea. I had a nap. I still want to sleep for 13 hours. It's going to be great. We're off to a good start. We're going to have a dumpster fire of a time. I'm going to eat my cookie now.
Sugar everywhere. All right, let's talk
sugar was happening.
So I could take this jacket off.
Too warm. Okay, let's have swag. Swag.
Guys, my swag finally arrived, which is good. I got the zip hoodie jacket thing, and it is a lightweight jacket, which is perfect for me. So I've got a nice fuzzy inside. I've got that nice plasticky vinyl feel on the outside. You know what I'm talking about when you get those lightweight like liner jackets. Get that like
Really,
good.
it's that on the outside.
It's that on the outside.
I read
It's
the
not
words.
like,
I'm like,
it's
I
not
don't know what that
the
means.
it's not like the super crunchy. It's like the soft malleable stuff. So it's when you
Okay.
put it on, you're like, yeah, this is a nice spring liner jacket, but it is definitely a jacket more than a hoodie, which is good for me. It does say don't forget to knit across the back, but boy, I have to take it off because I'm warm, guys. I run hot. We might get down to like 12 degrees at night, but that's still quite warm for Jocelyn. So I have this now emblazoned across the back of my jacket. Don't forget to knit.
It's so fun seeing these things in real life. So yeah, we have a merch store.
We do.
I was having so much trouble getting the sizing chart to line up properly for that jacket that jacket is not on the store yet. Just because I couldn't get the layout. The layout makes it illegible. So the jacket's not available yet. But we have lots of other merch at northernknitspodcast.myshopify.com. Sorry about the unprofessional URL. I'll fix that eventually. Oh, you have one too.
I got a pillow. Pillow. Weirdly enough, this has been freaking handy. Like I hurt my lower back. Did it to myself, guys. So I shoved this in the back of bottom, like my bottom of where my back is, or right up the center of my back because it's a column.
Yeah, it's like perfect. Like I had envisioned this as being like an elbow rest in a chair or something, but like it's the perfect backrest pillow. I use it all the time.
So we will keep you updated at Christmas. If I lose the pillow at Christmas and need to order another one, it is highly recommended by Mom. Won't see Mom till Christmas, so I won't know if it's Mom approved until it's disappeared. Or she looks at me and says, I want one, while hugging mine possessively.
Yes, which means this one is now mine. You need to get a new one.
Yeah, that's how that translates, guys. That's how it translates. The other super good last minute thing that got added to the shop, because Asa mentioned it, was a freaking backpack. Where was I? Why did I not think of a backpack? I wear backpacks. I love backpacks.
Backpack is
such a good idea. Such a good idea. This is why Asa has a marvelous moderator mug, people.
Yes.
This is why she's a genius. So it's not a fancy backpack. It's a beautiful school backpack. It's got that nice hardcore hefty duty zipper.
Oh dang, that's a zipper.
It's got a zipper, which I mean, if you've done university or high school, them cheapo zippers do not last, and they're the first thing to bust, and it drives you nuts. This is a hefty duty zipper, and it's got the padding on the back, which I appreciate, because padding on the back, and it's got a back pocket, so you could.
Fun! I didn't even know that one was there.
You did the.
I know. I designed this thing. I'm like, I didn't know that was there. I don't know if I couldn't put a print on it. I didn't know it was there.
I love how you designed, how you pick merch stuff up. It's great. So you can put your cell phone or your keys, and then that's against your back, which is actually safe, not on weird front pockets, which neither me or Asa like. So there's no weird front pockets on this backpack.
Yes, I was informed very, very thoroughly. There should be no front pockets.
Well, what do you put in the front pockets? It's easy to steal out of them. They remain secure, but they look weird and they break up. They're pretty.
Where I always kept all my like pens and stationery for school.
Yeah, pens? Who uses pens and stationery for school anymore?
These days, I don't know. That was like 10 years ago.
It was 20. So, and it's got a laptop pocket on the inside.
Nice.
Which is good because Microsoft came out with a Surface Pro laptop. So an upgrade from the Surface Pro tablet, and Jocelyn is heavily eyeballing it. It looks like it would be just perfect. Remember, the theory is I might go back to school at some point if I can ever get my ducks lined up in a row, and a Surface Pro tablet, one of the big behemoth ones, is on the short list for computers because it'll handle everything I needed to handle and handle accessibility. It'll handle NVDA, which is sort of the not-for-profit version of JAWS, which is how to describe it. It essentially turns my computer into a text-to-speech computer. So when I move my mouse, it tells me where my mouse is. It reads screens for me. it makes the computer accessible for me in a not visual manner. I'm not done, guys. I got more swag. I also got the tote.
Yeah, you got like half and most of the store of swag.
I did.
Between you and your mom, you got most of the store.
We did. And I have the face mask, but that's by the front door. So, and as you come out with more things, I'm going to need to own them because obviously.
Yeah, I also had two more. I had a whole bunch of fantastic ideas, but I like the metal, the like tin notion box idea.
Yeah, because I have one that I use, and it's like my go-to.
I want
my go-to travel.
Yeah, I have to figure out because the supplier that I'm using for everything else doesn't have those, I don't think. So I'll have to find somebody else that does those.
This one has a sticker for the witchy stitcher on the back. And this is, what is it? Merry Holly Jolly Holiday, because it's a holiday tin. But it's great for snips and little things. And it's great for putting stickers on the back of like the witchy stitcher.
Nice. Yeah, I will try to track down somebody for tins. Yeah. But also a water bottle and a travel mug were requested, and I don't know why I didn't think of those myself because those are so obvious.
How did we not think of travel mugs?
I don't know.
How did we not think of travel mugs? Like,
so those are going to be really easy to design. So yeah, those will be coming at the store. I'll say before Christmas.
Good call. We would travel together when you lived here in Winnipeg, and we would go shopping, and we could not leave the house unless I had a mug of tea and you had a bottle of water. So why these things did not occur to us, I do not understand.
I know. I just
like, what? And then all of a sudden I was like, "You're a genius."
Makes so much sense. So yeah, we'll get a water bottle and a travel mug because I know those are available. I even saw them in the product catalog. I don't know why I didn't think of them to put them in the store. Yeah, apparently I just want everybody to like walk around life just with an open mug.
Yes, that's a bad idea.
It's wildly practical, super practical,
super not practical. All right, yeah. Dinosaur sweater lady.
Yeah, everybody loves the dinosaur sweater. It's so great.
I'm gonna put my stuff in my backpack tomorrow. Backpack. Okay. Things and stuff. Okay. Where are we? What are we talking about? Yarn on the
things and stuff. We still have some cool threads. Right. We talked about swag, but now we have like the things that we've actually made that we have to wear that are not these things.
Oh, Diana pointed out to me that the linen that she bought a bit ago from the tent sale is one of the yarns called for in the Barocco. No, it's not Barocco. Who designed the mallow?
Yeah, it's Barocco.
It's Barocco. So the mallow cardigan, which I have, has that beautiful flower lacework panel in the back, and it's got a t-shirt version called Marsh, and I did it for a knit-along called the Marsh Mallow. Yeah.
I see what they did there.
I love some wordplay. So she pointed out to me that the linen was one of the called for. So I might have to do a second Marsh or a second Mallow, and make it short sleeved, like elbow length sleeved.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
Wouldn't that be nice for summertime in a linen, or like even a cap sleeved in the linen, and just make it the cardigan? Yeah. So
that'd be so cute
because it's drop shoulder. So there you get your shoulders, and then I just would do a little cuff detailing and be done.
Yeah, and there you've got your cap sleeve.
Yeah,
that's a lovely idea.
Isn't that a great idea out of that linen you bought? Because you were telling me about the linen. I'm like, well, now I need a second one because it's a beautiful pattern and gorgeous to wear in the summer.
It's like meant to be, because I was doing the show notes from the other week where you had your mallow and the cool threads, and I'm looking at it and like, this yarn looks an awful lot like, oh, it is the same yarn that we bought, and oh look, I just happen to have exactly the right number of balls of yarn for my size of sweater. Oh, look at that. I guess I have to make one of these sweaters that I've been looking at anyway.
Where I'm thinking I'm like the next size up, but I've never worried about my cardigans covering my girls because that's too big for my back. So if I make it for my back, it fits me everywhere but up here, like up across this front section. And really, when do I close my cardigans in the summer?
Never.
I rarely close them in the wintertime.
I would ask you if you were okay if you were like bundling up and saying you were cold. I would be seriously concerned for your well-being.
That's because the only other time that I bundled up and I was seriously cold, there was something seriously wrong and I had to have a surgery.
Yeah, this is why I would be concerned.
So super legit reason to be concerned. It's totally
Yeah,
fair.
I would be
Totally
very
fair.
concerned.
So would I, because I'm rarely cold for that length of time. I do get cold, but I'm not that cold all the time, guys. I'm tired. It's late. I'm rubbing my eyes like a
Yep.
small child. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wearing that this week while I was doing my laundry and stuff. Though, update, the laundry room in the building is finished. I have my laundry
Hey.
card and everything. So I don't have to cross the street to the laundromat. I can now just go downstairs to the basement.
But still, that's much more convenient. And it's a nice new laundry room, right? So that
It
should
is
be
a
nice.
nice new laundry room. The washing machines and the machine to fill up the card in building are on back order. So for the moment, we have the old washing machines and the new dryers, and we all have our cards. And you know where I have to go? The Shell next door to fill out my card.
Oh, such inconvenience. I mean, it's like mildly inconvenient, but like,
Literally
oh no.
have to go next door. Yeah, no, I can do that. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's totally doable, guys. Okay. No problem. What else was I wearing? Yes, my Find Your Fade, because we actually had some cool days this fall. I need some more big shawls in my life, like Find Your Fade behemoths. I need some more because it is my go-to.
They're so wearable.
Till I put on coats.
I don't know what it is about a giant shawl, but you just like throw it on however, and it's like, it's on me now. Go.
Well, and then when I move over to like my cobalt blue jacket, I've got the coffee shop shawl, which comes out, and like that's another big shawl. So yeah, I need to start making some 4 or 5 skein beefy dudes.
It's like wrapping yourself up in a blanket.
It is actually wrapping.
I don't know what's with all these hand motions today.
We're tired.
Losing coherence.
Already? We haven't even made
yeah.
the end yet. All right.
I know.
That's it for dangerous. My cool threads. That's what I wore.
Okay. We have also been having some lovely fall days. I've been saying a lot that I wore my flax at some point during the week, and then it occurred to me that I don't think I put the flax on the podcast in like since I finished it over a year ago. So here's the flax that I keep talking about.
You've put it on. You've had it on a couple.
Oh, maybe I have.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is the flax sweater that I wear frequently. Have I woven in all of the ends? You know what? Yes, the ends are woven in. I've just never trimmed them.
Really?
Yeah.
Of all the places to stop,
that's
not the place.
They are woven in.
Cool.
They are all woven in, and I just never trimmed them.
Should take that 2 minutes and trim those.
Nah. Anyway. And with the thumb holes. Where's the thumb hole? There's the thumb hole. Custom thumb hole. Yeah. Where should I put this? Away. Okay. And then my other cool thread for the week is we went out and did the things last night, and I wore my sister's favorite things shawl with just a boring black dress. It wasn't a boring black. It's a simple black dress, but with the pop of color from the shawl. Yeah. It was a good outfit. I got compliments on my outfit, and it was just a simple black dress and this shawl.
What if you go for a classic little black dress?
And I was very cozy, of course. It looks so good. It has so many it was a really fun knit, and it has so many fun textures, and I love the gradient, and everything just came together for this one. I was really excited about it. I was still really excited about it.
Excellent.
It smells vaguely sheepy, which is a thing that I like. It's probably not a thing for everybody, but I like things that smell vaguely sheepy. Okay, I'm going to take this off now before I melt. Because there's so many lights on right now because it's nighttime. It's warm. Ugh.
Okay. I suppose that means it's what we're working on now, right?
It is indeed. I believe I have 2 things and you have 2 things?
Yes, you can start first this time.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I love being
so
able
while
to do
we
that.
are recording, while we're recording today, I am trying so hard to get to the toe of my first Diana sock. I'm like 2 pattern repeats from being ready for the toe. I'm so close. I'm so close. So these are the Diana socks designed for me by the amazing Nikki Knits. Go check her out on Ravelry and Etsy. And it's a top down with a heel flap and gusset and a nice little cable down the back. And it's got this contrast lace panel on the cuff. And then the really pretty lace all down the front. And it's got no center double decreases. And it is neither too simple nor too complex. I am enjoying it immensely. And it'll get done. I will have one sock done for our sock along at the end of the month, which is very, very soon.
Yes.
I will get one sock done.
You have a pair.
It doesn't count because it's not a pair. I mean, it doesn't count anyway because we're hosting, and we can't enter for our own prizes. But it's the thought that counts. That's not quite what I was going for. It's the spirit. I'm doing this. The spirit of the thing.
It's the spirit of the thing, not the rules.
It's the spirit of the thing.
Okay. Technically,
Sure.
You'll have finished 2 socks in 3 months. It's just 1 sock finished, 1 pair, and this is the start of another pair.
Yes.
Yes.
You would think I could knit socks a little bit faster. Wait till you see the progress on the other thing I have, though. That's just... Oh, yeah, and I'm doing this out of Purple Finch from Fireweed Fiber Co. This was the January colorway from the Sock Club.
Oh, man, I'm all Fireweed Fiber Co. yarn this week. It just occurred to me.
I know. We're very much in love with Erin's yarn, but it's so fun and speckly. I love it. Okay. I will stop gushing now and work on this sock.
Stop gushing? No more gushing?
I will temporarily stop gushing.
All right. I have done no work on this outside podcasting, but I made a tiny bit of progress up my leg just last week while we were podcasting and then right now. So the foot of my basic vanilla sock in the colorway Red Breasted Nuthatch, which you might remember from the Mr. Diana socks, has been making progress. I now have a little bit of a lip on a shorty if I want it because my heel's done. Do I want a shorty? No, these guys are going to be regular socks. So I'm going for another pair of nice wintry socks. Wintry regular leg socks. So there's lots of leg left to go, guys, since I knit just about as much leg as I've got foot. Because I'm long foot, long legs. Strange how those go together, hey?
Fancy that. Things are in proportion. Whoa.
Crazy pants. So I'm doing mine on a pair of 2.25 millimeter red lace Chow-Gu needles. They are my favorite sock needles. Chow-Gu is really my favorite needle. And then to make my life easier, I use a Clover large stitch marker and I clip my toe up to just above my heel so I don't have a large sock flopping around while I work up the leg. And then I just keep moving it up as I work along my leg. So as my leg grows, I move the clippy marker and the toe up higher. So I never have the sock hitting my lap, which means it's completely lap-free knitting, which is nice in the summertime. So I will continue to make progress on this only while we record, I think, for this week and next week anyway, for sure.
Hey, well, you get there eventually.
I already completed a pair of socks for this knit along, so I'm good. Do I know where my Dragon MCal socks are? I haven't a hot clue where they are. I knew I wasn't going to finish the MCal on time. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm going to pick it back up when I can. I put them somewhere safe, guys. God only knows when they'll show up. I don't know why.
Are they are they in that hurricane jar on your mantelpiece?
No, because the hurricane jar right now is sitting out in the entryway holding Halloween stuff.
Ah.
So I know
I'm
there.
You know, I gotta ask.
I'm still organizing the yarn stuff behind me. So like you'll notice there's like no stuff on the floor really now behind me, straight behind me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm slowly dealing with it, but I still have a bunch of stuff on my freezer top, and I still have a bunch of stuff on the coffee table out in the living room that I have to deal with. So it's at that small, organized, fiddly stage, which takes just forever and a hot minute.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably in there, if I'm honest. It's probably in one of those bags. Because I thought, oh, I'll get this done real quick, which I know is a lie. I know is a lie. But there you go. Whatever. You guys will see them reemerge whenever I pick them back up again. Because that's how that works for me. All right. That is it for my first one. You're up. I had no duplicates. I didn't have to start first. Such a weird week.
Okay. Okay. So the thing that I made so much progress on this week, I think last week, it's the Harry Potter mittens. Last week, I think I had the S was legible.
You were just getting to a completed S. Yes.
Okay. So now I have an entire warts and part of a castle.
Ooh.
Well, I guess it's more of a varts because it's only half of a W. That's there. It's like that. But ooh, you can start to see the castle. It doesn't look like much right now because it's just the windows and stuff. But on the other side, now that I've gotten off of the ground, that's just a whole bunch of shadows. You can see I have a cute little spider. I really like the cute little spider.
So do I.
Because on the chart,
Aragog. It's been a long time since I read those books and watched those movies.
On the chart, of course, is just little squares, and I guess they're technically rectangles for the eyes and the mouth, right? So it just kind of looks like a sort of a ghostly spider. But of course, when you do a knit stitch, it's the little V's. So it looks like little hearts, and it's just the cutest little spider, and I love it an unreasonable amount. I should not be in love. I should not be in love with it, with the cute little spider in the Forbidden Forest. But and yet I am. And then this thing on the side here, I guess, is going to be the Whomping Willow. It's a big spooky looking tree. I'm assuming it's the Whomping Willow, and you can see some branches there.
It's got to be the Whomping Willow.
Yeah. So these are coming along great. I have some slight reservations because I intended to make a small adult size. So I'm using like the smallest yarn and the smallest needles that are reasonable for me to use. But they're already like really big, and I'm not even halfway through the chart. I don't think this is gonna be at all a reasonable size for a child. I really can't tell at this stage. So I'm gonna finish this mitten and see what the size is like, and then probably put it aside for a while and do the cat mittens for my brother for Christmas, while I consider if this is an appropriate size for any kind of child.
Here's a thought.
I suspect the answer is no. Yeah.
Call mom and ask mom what length
how big their hands are
of mitt that they're wearing. That'll tell
you.
That
would be smart, wouldn't it?
And it would save you a bunch of thinking. You can just go to the source.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm going to finish this mitten because I put so much effort into this mitten, so that even if it ultimately does not end up fitting a child size hand, I'm going to make myself a pair because they just look good and I'm excited about it. So I'm going to finish this mitten regardless.
Or if it's a size or two bigger than what they're currently wearing, they get it big.
Yeah, then they can just wear the cheap finger gloves underneath.
Yes.
Because this isn't super thick.
Yeah, no, they're gonna, if it's just big, they'll layer it, and that's fine.
Yeah. So I don't know, we'll see. We shall see. I'm gonna finish the glove. I'm gonna finish the mitten and see how it works out. There's no thumb gusset on this one. You just like knit up and then like stop. I guess it'll probably hit around here on my thumb. You just stop and then do the thumb later. So there's no gusset or anything to mess around with to increase or decrease your charts, which is kind of nice. And I suspect once the thumb stitches are taken out, this will be a more reasonable hand size.
Yes.
So like I really got to get a good ways past the thumb before I can tell if it's going to be anything remotely the right size.
It just means I won't feel bad when I request a pair of those for myself.
I see. What's your house colors? What house are you?
I'm a Hufflepuff, but I'm thinking if I wear it with my winter stuff, it should be black and white monochromatic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mostly because I don't have anything gold. for Hufflepuff
It is a very
colors.
particular shade of yellow. And I'm going to continue because this is a knitting podcast and people actually care about like details like the floats. Look at my floats, everybody. Aren't they so pretty? You can actually see the spider in the background. Oh, it looks very threatening in the back. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's much scarier on the inside.
Yeah, but like, look at my floats. The tension down here is a little bit wonky, but look at my floats. I'm so pleased with this.
Oh, no.
You can see the warts in backwards.
Yeah, because it's the jacquard float you're doing.
Yeah, the black is the jacquard floats, and then the yellow's just twisted.
Okay. Oh, that looks so good.
But I'm really liking that system for the float management because it's flowing so much better than other color work that I've done.
Oh yes, no, that looks great.
So this is like my favorite thing to work on. I work on it every chance I get, which has not been a lot in the last couple of days, but I've put in some very good knitting sessions on this to the point where I'm like, okay, I need to like set timers to like stop and get water and stretch and, you know, maintenance. I have not been that into a project in a while that I've like, I'm going to knit for the next 3 hours. I need to take breaks.
That's not you. That's me. That's not you.
It's a new thing for me. I'm trying out a new thing.
Okay.
So I'm super excited about this. Oh, and the yarn is it's just Michael's yarn, Lion Brand wool like. Yeah, it's acrylic nylon. Let's focus. There we go. So machine washable and dryable when they're done.
Ah, beautiful.
Very slippery. So slippery. It's really nice on the hands to wear. Like they're going to be so nice to wear. Yes. Not particularly insulating. Not as insulating as wool anyway, but very lovely. I'm excited. About these.
It won't breathe the way wool breathes because it's acrylic, so they will get the heat built up from the fact acrylic doesn't breathe.
Yeah, well, then you also get the hand humidity buildup. But you know what, kids, they will not notice or care. They won't know.
It'll be fine. For them, it'll be totally fine. Super excited. But yeah, no, I was like, oh, if she takes to those charts, I might ask for a Jocelyn size, which is just thicker yarn and bigger needles. So I can't see that being a problem.
Yeah, like, oh no, I will. I don't know what size of yarn this says it is. It feels like a light fingering.
It's a light fingering.
It feels like a light fingering. So yeah, but, like go up to a heavy fingering because your hands aren't that much bigger than mine.
I have a circumference of 8.5 inches across my hand after my thumb.
I'll finish the mitten and measure it and let you know.
That works. We can do the math from there. All right. Well, that and I also never put deadlines. If you're willing to do it, I'll wait a year or two to get them. It's fine.
That's the great thing about knitting for knitters is it takes you 3 years. That's fine.
It's fine. We understand.
Here's your Christmas present from 3 years ago. It's now the middle of spring.
All right. So I'm in the middle of a row, guys, but that's fine. We have the tail of woe. And you're like, Jocelyn, whoa. So I gotta tink back. Dude. I gotta tink. I'll stop saying whoa now. I gotta tink back one more row or 2 more rows. But I finished my stripes.
They're so fun.
Winter on my mind. And that mohair. Hello.
It looks so good. I love the stripes. I love the stripes so much.
So good. But I had 2 repeats of this lace chart done, which is 40 rows. And I messed it up so bad I had to rip back and I've restarted.
That is a tale of woe. That's a lot.
Is that not just painful?
In ripping back in mohair?
Stitches a row. I'm over 200 stitches a row.
Oh.
And ripping in the mohair was a slow process. I don't. I've made a couple of mistakes already, but I am fiddling with it because I am not ripping back again. And I know at a distance you're not gonna be able to tell. So I'm making my way through the lace patterns. Lace pattern repeat for the winter on my mind. And that mohair just looks so pretty, especially with like those artful hole designs in there. I don't know if you can see
it looks especially good with the giant holes.
It's just so ethereal and light and floaty. And I was like, okay, no matter how much the ripping back was a pain, it was a pain in the posterior to a level of which that I was swearing a bunch, and I done it to myself. I did it to myself. Thank heavens for lifelines. But it had guys, you know I will leave small mistakes because I know they're not noticed. You'll know I'll leave medium-sized mistakes because they're not noticed. If I'm noticing the mistakes, they're pretty bad. Guy was off on alignment hardcore. So they had to be ripped. This has to be done Tuesday. So this is, I have to work late tonight, all day tomorrow when I'm not editing, and probably a good chunk of Tuesday so that I can get this into Erin's hands, bound off Tuesday evening, Tuesday afternoon, so it can go. So you're not seeing this again, but it is the only thing I'm working on for the next few days because I should have only had 40 more rows to go, which 20 tonight, 20 tomorrow, done, right? I have to do so many rows now because I had to rip back.
Oh no.
God, that's painful. Okay, it's fine.
That hurts. That hurts so much.
It's doable. It sucks, but it's doable. So
We feel the pain.
Oh, I know you guys do. This is the winter on my mind. I would have loved to have shown you more lace because man, those holes look good, but they weren't lining up, which means I messed up bad. And I can tell you the other joy I have of this is that at least I'm not holding two balls of yarn at the same time anymore because all of these stripes, you just carry the yarn up the side.
Right.
So I had mohair and fingering on the go at the same time. So I ended up using 140 some odd grams in fingering in the Pinot Noir, which is this beautiful solid colored purpley wine red. So pretty, so pretty. And then the mohair is Magnolia, and this is a sample knit for Erin Fireweed Fiber Co. So I just have to get through this ethereal pretty lace, which is the other thing. Like, does this look like 200 stitches?
No, it's so tiny.
It's quite small. I enjoy working on the mohair, thinking it was a nightmare. And I can't wear mohair, but I am enjoying the look of it finished. Like the look when it's done is just so gorgeous. I also have no idea what people are listening to as they drive by. So gorgeous. So it looks so pretty. So pretty. And it was absolutely the right thing to do. But my God, am I going to be happy when I'm done? My God, am I going to be happy? Mostly because I had to tink it and I don't have the time to set it aside and let it percolate for a week to think about what it's done, which makes me grumpy. But that means I was like, what, at 150, I was 150-ish stitches last Sunday, but I had to get over 200. So I did 100 rows of knitting and I had to tink 40 of those rows this yesterday.
Ugh.
Yep.
Oh, the pain. It
hurts so bad. I'm going back to fingering weight as soon as possible. Tinking and mohair is the worst.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And I can't even rant about it because I try to keep things not on the Discord that I'm going to talk about on the podcast. Oh my God. Well, I have spinning. That's what I have. Do you have anything else?
I have nothing else. You have spinning. I have yarn on the go when you're done spinning.
Coffee. Shrink. I don't have any large Ziploc bags hanging around. I got rid of the broken ones before I moved that didn't seal up, and I have not bought any more. Okay, that's a lie. I've bought more, but they were for freezing farmer market vegetables for the winter. So they're in the freezer doing their thing with food in them. But that's okay. I got a swag tote bag this week, so I just stuck my spinning in here. I didn't have anywhere else to put it. And the fiber is fluffy and takes up space.
Yes, fiber is indeed fluffy and voluminous.
So I had to start some of that fiber I got from Erin because I had to. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. So the Lilac Lake, which I'll need a magnifying glass. I don't know what the fabric of the inside of this bag is made of, but I like scratching it with my fingers. Just hear that sound.
Very
Instead of the
scratchy.
tote, it's just a satisfying sound. Anyway, we were talking spinning. So I need the job spindle because I'm using the job spindle Jocelyn gave me. Because reasons. And I started by splitting the braid in half, and I'm gonna work on one half, and I'm gonna work on the other half, which means I can show you guys all of this lilac lake.
It's so pretty. It's so fluffy. I want to pet.
Just so pretty. It is superwash merino, so wonderful for drop spinning. I like it for drop spinning anyway. And it's got these wonderful long color floats in them. Floats is not the right word, but that's the word we're using.
Technical term. It's not the right technical term, but it is a technical term.
And what I can do, this might be a little hard to see, but you guys can see here on the spindle.
Oh, that's looking so good.
Look how that's spinning.
Oh, I love that so much. That's looking really consistent too.
I am actually getting more consistent, which I knew was going to happen sooner or later because that's how practice works. That's how practice works, people. So that's fine. So I am slowly making some progress on that. There's no deadline on this. This is just my for fun spinning when I needed a break. And guys, I was ripping mohair. I needed a break.
Yeah.
So
ripping mohair, that's no fun.
Let me tell you emphatically by pointing the stick end of my drop spindle at you. That was an unenjoyable experience. Okay. But that I was like, I need something that isn't knitting, and I need something that isn't knitting. Let's spin. So that's what I did. Not a lot, but I did do a bit of spinning. So there we go. Ta-da! It's just drop spinning on the superwash merino. Oh, it's so nice. It's so smooth. It just flows because it got that nice long, there's nothing to catch. So yeah, it spins beautifully for me for a drop spindle. I like it. So because personal preference is everything.
Indeed.
But that's my quick spinning section.
All right, I guess it's time to talk about my yarn on the go. This sock has been places.
It can sound like a travel to Europe.
I know. By places, I mean, hey, astute viewers may have noticed my hair is a little bit different. It's redder than it was last week, and this got all this gray going on over here, which actually looks really weird in a ponytail, I'm realizing. I swear that when it's down, it does this really nice, like you split it right here and it does like a gray streak and a gray streak. It looks really good when it's down. It's a little bit funny in a ponytail, but go with it. It's because I have the natural gray streak right there. And so we're just embracing the gray. Embrace the gray.
It's because gray is hip.
Also, it's on trend, so I'm going with it.
Yeah.
So we just took a larger section because the gray streak is actually like only this bit. So we just took this whole strip to just go with it. Yeah, so I really bleached my hair for the first time in my life. That was fun.
It's chemically.
Yeah. I mean, it's all chemicals. But while the color was processing, I sat and knit on my sock for a little bit. And confused everybody in the place because I'm sitting in the chair and my hair's so long that it's almost touching the floor. And I'm just sitting there knitting on a sock. Everybody's looking at me in the corner, just like, what are you?
Yep. That's okay. I remember you were posting a couple pictures of the Discord, and I saw one. I was like, oh, well, that first one makes it look like you have regular length hair. That's not accurate. Next photo, that's accurate.
Yeah. I do not have normal length hair, despite how it looks most of the time. It is not a normal length. Anyway, knitting on a sock is a great thing to do for half an hour while the color processes.
Yeah.
The other thing this sock did was travel to Toronto for a birthday weekend because my brother was turning 25 on the 25th, which was yesterday as we record.
That's his
so champagne birthday. Yeah. So there was champagne, there was pizza, there was so many cocktails. One of his roommates works at a bar in the gay village. So we went and harassed him on the patio for a while. And then we got a table upstairs and there were drag shows going on. And we did tequila shots with the drag queens. And it was a good time. And the sock was there. I didn't knit on the sock. It was there because I thought maybe I might at least think to take a picture. I don't know.
Yarn on the go. It doesn't count.
Okay. But the sock did get knit on. in the hotel room. Let me just talk about the hotel room for a second.
That's yarn on the go. You can't talk about the other stuff. No, don't get me wrong. Drag queens, hello. Any opportunity.
It was super fun.
It.
I just
super fun. But
I got to go out, you guys. I got to go out and do a thing.
You didn't knit on it. It doesn't count as yarn on the go.
Okay.
Right, I'm sorry, I interrupted you. All right. Anyway, you had a blast in Toronto. Blast in Toronto.
Yes.
That's the important stuff.
I knit like 3 rows on my sock the entire time, but it came and it got knit on, and there. I got to talk about my ridiculous hotel experience in Toronto.
Oh, so good.
But then I got to, we went, just because we're in like the bougie Yorkville neighborhood, I think. Anyway,
okay, yeah.
The one that has like Prada and Dolce and Gabbana and everything on the street. So we like went into a few of these stores and they treated us seriously. So me and Mr. Diana went and played rich people and tried on like $25,000 watches.
Two are nuts.
It was really fun. They took us seriously, so like, why not?
Nuts, the pair of you. Oh, hey.
It was really fun. I'm kind of sad I tried on the watch actually, because I really love it. And I'm really sad that I can't have it because it's more than 3 times the cost of my car.
It's a house down payment.
I know. But I want it.
I feel like you should buy a house first.
I know. I feel like you're perfectly correct. It doesn't stop me from wanting this watch.
Totally fair. Totally fair. There's things I want that are absolutely ludicrous for me to want, but I want them. All right.
So we got to play dress up with rich people things.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Ooh,
it was really fun.
We're on to my favorite part now.
Yeah. Oh no.
I said it was my favorite part. I didn't say it was your favorite part.
Like, yeah, wait. Oh.
I'm already laughing.
Oh no. It's time for the weekly unscripted Patreon ad.
Cool.
For some reason, it never works. It never works. If for some reason you want to financially support this hot garbage fire mess of a Patreon ad as part of this podcast, I don't know where this sentence is going. If you want to financially support this podcast, never mind the hot mess garbage fire that is this ad, you can do so at patreon.com/northernitspodcast. Any level of support will get you access to our Discord server, patron-only Discord server, where we are active at all hours of the day and night because time zones, and sometimes we don't go to bed till 3 a.m, and sometimes people in Europe are already awake for the day, and we just have a little like cross-day conversation at 3 a.m. my time, and I get scolded that I need to go to bed.
She wasn't wrong.
She was not wrong. I was in bed, in my weak defense. What else? We get, there's the bi-weekly Experimental Tuesday blog post, which is generally cooking related. I think I need to do one of those soon. I should probably cook something experimental this week. What else? Early access, bonus content, which is not released on any kind of a schedule. It's just kind of when there's bonus content. And am I forgetting anything? Oh, yes. At the higher tiers of support, there is the monthly e-knit-in, the next one of which is, let me consult my notes, the next one of those is going to be on October the 23rd at noon Manitoba time. I think that's all the Patreon stuff.
That's all the Patreon stuff. I love it so much. Oh, all teasing of Diana aside, we absolutely understand that budgets are a thing. If you can't financially support us, liking, subscribing, commenting, and following us and engaging with us on our other social media platforms is also a super way to help. We are here on YouTube, obviously. We're also available in your ears at the podcatcher of your choice, as well as on Instagram, and we have a Facebook group. Conveniently enough, we believe in brand labeling across the board, so it's Northern Knits Podcast everywhere, people.
Yep.
It just works that way.
Just look for the logo.
Just look for the logo. There is a Ravelry group, but we don't use it.
I think it's a dead Ravelry group at this point.
We don't use it.
We weren't good in the first place, and it's just the Ravelry group's dead.
Forums are not our thing.
Join us on
not our
Facebook
thing.
or interact on Instagram.
Right.
Honestly, if you actually want an interaction, probably Instagram's the best. I actually look at that one sometimes.
Oh, jeez.
I leave the messages for you because I figure you're usually having a conversation with somebody and I don't want to like accidentally remove the unread notification. So I leave the messages for you, but I do respond to comments.
Well, especially because I won't respond to comments on photos you post because they're for you.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense at all. So we definitely do it that way. We are currently running some knit-alongs. This is the last week, you guys. It's Wednesday of the last week. I think end of the month is like tomorrow or something. When's the 30th?
Well, it's only the 26th right now, so the 30th is sometime this week.
Well, yeah, but we post on Wednesday, which I think is the 29th.
Oh yeah, it'll be like today. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Today as of posting. Yeah.
Yeah, because Thursday will be the 30th, Friday's the 1st, the live is the 2nd. So I'm right. So get those sock whips finished. We will close and draw just before the live on Saturday the 2nd, and we'll announce the winners then. And by us doing it, I will beg Asa for help. And then that'll be a thing. So we'll do that for the live this coming weekend. What else we got going on? We're just closing on our first month of the winter gear cal. So the hashtag for the summer sock along is hashtag NKP summer sock along. You have to use that on all of your entries, either on Instagram or on the Facebook group. And then for the winter gear cal, it is hashtag NKP winter GEARKAL. It does not need to be knitting. It can be crocheted and other crafts. We just had to pick a letter. So that's the letter we pick. As always, the rules are pretty simple. Whips are welcome, has to be adult sized. Out of the case of the winter gear along, color work-ish.
As long as it's more advanced than your basic horizontal stripes, it's probably good.
Yeah. Intarsia, mosaic, like there's double knitting. There's a lot of sort of knitting techniques that look like stranded color work that aren't stranded color work. So if stranded color work is not your thing, there are still options available for you. The gear stuff covers everything from hats, cowls, mittens, headbands, scarves, shawls, balaclavas. It's stuff to wear with your winter coats, guys. That's the idea here. We're looking for outdoorsy stuff. That's nice and vague, hey?
Cold weather accessories.
Cold weather accessories. So that's going on, even though I don't have cold weather. So I'm not even remotely inspired to pick up my fingerless mittens, even though I love the yarn because it's too dang warm. So that's going on. It's going to run to the end of November.
It should be properly chilly by then.
I hope so. Gosh, I hope so.
I would be very concerned if you're still getting 30 degrees in November.
If I'm still getting 30 degrees in November, I'm putting in a complaint and I'm moving to a northern province.
Yeah, really. Wow.
That's gross.
I would be very scared for the state of the world if Manitoba's getting 30 in November.
I'll be very grumpy, people. Very, very grumpy. All right. So those are the two cals we've got running on right now, which is great. Super good and exciting. We do have upcoming lives. The first one is going to be the 2nd of October. Guys, that's not a Sunday. So we've been giving some advance notice for this due to scheduling problems. We're not available on Sunday, so we're going to do it on Saturday. Because life. Yep.
So I even already have it scheduled, so you can go click the little reminder doodad on the scheduled live.
Excellent. So that is going to be live on YouTube Saturday at noon Manitoba time. It'll just be a podcast, which is great, which is awesome because the following Thursday on the 7th, I'm doing the next monthly live check-in with Louise on her channel, Wildflower Wool. It's late. And that starts at 6:30 Manitoba time. All sorts of stuff going on, people. All sorts of stuff.
Such things,
yeah, because in October I usually do little vlogs on my personal YouTube channel for Halloween, so
yeah,
that starts this coming week too.
Oh, you're doing all the things.
I'm doing so much stuff in the background, it's not even funny, people. All right, that is it for me in announcements. I believe
then we are on to literature, books, and we're done. We just got to keep it together for a little longer.
I'm doing fine. You're the one having problems.
I need to stay coherent and cohesive for a little bit longer.
Just a smidge longer.
Just a smidge.
I have finished 2 books this week. How are you doing?
I finished the one book for book club after book club. I had like 20 pages left and it just didn't quite get done.
But it's finished.
I finished it the same night. It just didn't happen before book club. It happened after book club.
It's amusing. That was the Loki one, right?
The Gospel of Loki. It was a solid 3 stars for me. I don't feel like I wasted my time. It was generally enjoyable. I think maybe I would have liked it better if I knew anything about Norse mythology beforehand, because the whole point of it is that it's a retelling of Norse, like traditional Norse mythology from Loki's viewpoint. So I feel like I might have gotten more out of it if I knew any of the stories in the first place.
I'm gonna go with yes.
Yeah, like I knew of Thor and Loki and Odin and a couple of the others, and that was it. I didn't know anything about their magical weapons. Oh, I knew about the ravens and the 6-legged horse.
Okay.
But I didn't know anything else.
Yeah.
So it was kind of just a lot of Loki going, I mean, what else could I do? I had to go and do this jerk thing. And oh no, they've labeled me the trickster god and a liar and all this stuff. So I don't know. It was fine. A lot of other people in the book club really, really liked it, but they also actually knew Norse mythology. So probably if you know Norse mythology, you'll probably like it quite a lot more than I did. I gave it a solid meh.
Meh. Solid. It's readable, but you're not going to remember it in a month.
Yeah, basically.
That's right. What's
Other
this
than
month's
that,
book club read?
This month's book club read is Snow Crash by Neil Stevenson.
Okay.
I attempted to get it from the library, but somebody's got it taken out right now. So hopefully next Saturday after the live, that's its return date. So I should maybe be able to, yeah, I should maybe be able to get that next Saturday.
Sure. Definitely going to want to get going on that one.
Yeah.
I finished Hench, and I've already gone and forgotten the author's name.
Oh, I didn't write it down this week because I'm like, it's just,
Natalie?
I had it written down last week.
Walshots?
Natalie Zena Walshots.
Okay. I thoroughly enjoyed Hench. I thoroughly recommend Hench. It plays with the tropes. It is delightful. You get absorbed into it. Beautiful, beautiful. It's a well done book about superheroes from the point of view of the evil supervillains Hench. And it's great. It's so good. So good. So good. So thoroughly enjoy it. On Goodreads, I gave it 4 out of 5, which means excellent. I would recommend. And I will remember it in a month. People will bring it up and I'll be like, oh, you know what you need to read? It'll go in my list of top 5 things to read that play with tropes.
Nice. That is a highly rated book.
It's a highly rated book for me. Very little gets 5 out of 5, guys. Very, very little gets 5 out of 5. Because it means it's perfect. I'm like, really? Perfect? That's hard to achieve. The other thing I finished this week was 650 some odd pages of the next book in the Scolian or Empire of the Scolian saga, which is called The Final Key by Catherine Asaro, Asaro. It was book 11. I'm not kidding, guys. 659 pages. I checked.
That's a lot.
That's a long time to read. Never mind. Now I know why. It's a big book. So I got that finished this week. And yes, we got to the point because it told the first part of the story and then we jumped back and sort of like this is like that pre-story, but they didn't like cram it all into one book. So, we did the introduction to the kids' lives and the introduction to the world as was. And then we went back and saw how mom and dad met. And then we met the kids as they were, going off planet and becoming adults. And so we've got that. And so we just have like another key piece of their living history plugged in and played in the final key. So yes, when the back stories or prequels serve a point, I'm all for them. These ones serve a point. They're just giving you more of the world so you understand some of the character choices that happened earlier in the series. You're like, oh, see, now that makes sense. I understand where the character's coming from on that point. So yes. Yes. Super. I very much enjoyed. So will I keep reading the series? Yes. However, I've run out of the ones that are free on Audible. So now I have to get some extra credits next month so that I can finish up that series. On the Iron Druid series, I'd like to get that done too. So that's what I did this week, which was still nearly 800 pages of reading. So I feel like that's good.
Yeah. 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 Oh, and of course, there was yet more Critical Role. So we're getting there.
You're running out of time. The announcement's Thursday.
I know. I'm hoping the announcement is like the following Thursday it starts up again.
Oh, I would love it. I would love it so much if they did that. I would love it so much. But I'll tune into the live updates. So I'll do that for everybody. It's okay. I gotcha. So good. So good. All right. Well, in that case, if we're all done, I will say until next week, I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Diana.
And that was a complete lie because until Saturday, I'm Jocelyn.
I'm still Diana.
No matter where your week takes you, don't forget to knit.
Don't forget to knit.
Man, I was and I was just thinking, dude, this goes up on Wednesday.